When a man's not happy with himself, financially, with his purpose, he's not happy. And there's nothing that you could do to pour into that. I don't believe money buys happiness. It temporarily relieves stress. I think
for the moment.
Yeah, for the moment.
For the moment, literally.
I didn't want to suffer anymore. And I really wanted to. Oh, this is where I'm
getting okay.
And this is where I really wanted, like, all right, I'm 37, I might not be married, I might not have kids. And who knows what the future might be like for me, but I'm done trying to live for society and what people think happiness means.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Naysha on the set with Aid at the Table, and welcome back. I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate all the love and support, truly. We are working hard on this side, and we see you guys. Any comments, anything you want us to talk about, please let us know, DM us, comment below, because we're watching. So today we have an interesting topic. We're going to be talking about, since this is a no judgment zone especially, people actually judge other people for choosing money over love. And, you know, I've actually been in that situation before, and it's not easy. Rico, don't start. But we're about to talk about it, so let's get into it. You see, we have Rico here already making noise.
Is he not?
And I have our beautiful guest here today. Introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, my name is 𝗔𝗕𝗢𝗧. I'm really happy to be here at the table.
Yes, thank
At the
you.
table. Thank you for coming to the table.
So what's your thought on that, 𝗔𝗕𝗢𝗧?
Okay, so my younger self, because I am living proof of it, chose love.
Yeah.
I always chose love, and I got hurt. And I know, Rico, you met like my last previous relationship.
Yeah.
And that was in the peak right now of my career. I've had major successful celebrities slide through my DMs, but me loyal to the person that I loved, that offered me love and couldn't only offer me anything else but that. The only thing that was subtracted from my life was peace. And even though he loved me, love is not enough. And I learned a valuable lesson that when a man, or even woman, but let's talk about this in the situation, when a man's not happy with himself, financially, with his purpose, he's not happy. And there's nothing that you could do to pour into that that will feed that emptiness, which is why men cheat, which is why men leave, which is why men hurt. And as a woman, I'm speaking through my own experience. I'm not saying all men are like this, because if a woman's not happy with herself, same thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now moving forward, I choose my career because it grants me peace. It gives me my purpose. And with my career, I monetize and I make money. And if you're not coming in to add to me and build with me, then you're only a distraction.
Yeah.
And I can't have that. I'm in my 30s, close to my 40s, 37, and I don't have time for that. So I would choose my sanity versus being someone's emotional punching bag, because I've been
Sanity and success.
there. Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
What about you, Rico?
Do I choose love or money? You know, it's so
Or if you had a little sugar mama come over here like, Rico, I'm going to take care of all your bills. I'm going to pay everything you set for life.
I'm like 732, 877. Nah, but like, you know, I want to be realistic.
Yeah.
You know, and it's so fucking hard.
It is hard.
No,
It is
no, no.
hard.
I'm sorry,
Because
like,
I love love.
yeah.
I love love.
Money against love, like, that's the real struggle. Like,
Struggle.
But I'm a guy, and being that I'm a guy, I feel like the societal stereotype stigma is I gotta be somewhat financially stable.
Yeah.
So like when I say money or love, I think, because just like you, except for I was the opposite early in my career, I dubbed great relationships, right, for my career. And not being mindful to the fact that I picked perfect partners. I feel like every partner I picked was perfect to actually help my career, right? So maybe if I had stuck with love, could I say maybe I'd be further? Possibly. So one thing I would never want to do, though, if I had to say end all be all, I would rather be somewhat stable, right?
Yeah.
With a loving partner that I could trust than be rich with nobody.
Oh man.
If I had to choose at the end of the goal, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes we think money means so much.
But it really doesn't.
That and then, because at the end of the day, let's not lie. I lived a great life for the time that I've been here. I'm pretty sure we all have, right? And these experiences were funded by money. Right? So like, I know that, yo, listen, I've been miserable when I had no money.
And been miserable with money.
I haven't been miserable with money yet.
I have. I have. That's why I can say that I've definitely experienced something like this. I feel like it's a double-edged sword. You know, I've definitely been in a situation where money is there and money's flowing and it feels great, because especially if you don't come for money. If you don't come for money, when you're around money and you finally get your hands on money, it's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different lifestyle. It's a whole different feeling, and you never want to let it go. So realistically, it's understandable why some people will say, oh, I'd rather choose money over love. But in the end of the day, sometimes money doesn't buy you happiness. Money doesn't buy you love. So realistically, you're there with somebody for money, for the sake of money. And eventually that can only last so long. You eventually start to feel like shit. I mean, you know, like you start to feel down. Yeah. And realistically, let's just say, guys, if you do settle for love instead of money, money can always be made.
Right. You said
money can always be made. I don't want to hear it. I know that I will always make money. Well, so I'm going to make sure that I find somebody who has that same ambition. I mean, I hope that whoever I fall in love with has that same ambition. I know my man does, so we good.
No person that is poor lacks ambition, motivation, and drive.
Yeah.
You'll never find that.
What do you mean? There's homeless people?
Rich. I didn't grow up with that either. I grew up in the projects of Newark. You know, my parents immigrants. This is why I thrived on the idea of love.
Yeah.
The ride or die. But why do we have to? Why does a woman have to die for her man?
Yeah.
I've never dated a man because of their money. I dated because of their potential.
Yeah.
And that love that I fed them was enough to make me happy. However, a man that's not happy financially won't accept that kind of love. Now, at the age that I'm at right now, I realize that I can't fix you. I can't heal you. I can't mother you, because you're going to resent me even though it's coming from love. So guess what? If you're going to be with me, don't be with me because you're looking for a sugar mama, because you know I could pay for I could take care of my own. I actually take care of me and my parents. You know, so I'm very well off. But that doesn't matter. I look at the money in my bank account and I'm blessed, because I remember at one point I only had you know, barely $100.
Yeah.
So that I'm not going to take with me. It's the memories that we can make. Again, I'd rather be rich with my peace and my happiness, because money is monetary, and you can make money.
You can make it.
You can make
yeah,
money.
I think that, and I feel like y'all are speaking from women's standpoint, which is respectable because y'all are women, but it's different when you're a man. So that's why I'm saying it's so hard. See, I disagree when you said that money can always be made, because opportunities don't last forever.
Very true.
And that's why a lot of people get upset when they be like, I had a position or a choice where I could have fulfilled that, but I chose my partner, and now that position or that opportunity is not coming back.
Yeah.
Now, for a man, I believe with certain amounts of money and in certain locations, you can buy love.
Does that make you happy, though?
Yeah, I don't know. Is that real love?
If you can buy love.
Does that make you happy knowing some girls with you because you could buy her a bag?
I know, that doesn't make sense.
If you ask Rico,
men
no.
Be talking about, I want to find a good woman, but then you find a good woman and instead you treat the girl.
What's that line? They were like, oh, men be future, but they be wanting like a Lori Harvey or whatever. What's her name? Lauren Harvey. What is her name? Lori Harvey?
Doesn't matter.
But like meaning you be a certain type of way and wanting a certain girl, but
you settle for.
But you can though,
it's
because
not gonna happen.
All right. Well, I don't want to get off track for what I was really trying to say. Yeah, I almost pulled me, but I'm good at this now. I've been practicing for a while. But what I mean by when a man could buy love is, see, you asked a very valid question but how is a man okay with that, knowing that the girl is with him for his money? See, now we're talking about brackets, right? Because with certain money and in certain brackets, I don't care.
So you're not looking for love, you're just looking for ego.
No. I'm looking for love. But if it comes at a cost, I'm willing to pay that price. Because at some point in time, in some way, shape, or form, you are going to pay a price for your love, whether it's your career, whether it's your money. You're going to pay a price for this love. So some men, depending on the bracket that they're in, will be like, yo, I'm cool. I'm sitting on 100 mil. I'm going to go buy me this little John, and she's going to do everything that makes me feel loved, and I will trick myself into being loved.
That sounds like a horrible life. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but that's what people do.
It's a very interesting thing. How would a man, since you're the only one here, how do you feel if a woman makes more than you?
I love it.
And she doesn't need you financially, but only wants you in her life.
I feel like, see, I don't want, and this was something that I've always said since I was in high school. And I had a really pretty girl back then that, you know what I'm saying, she was like the pretty girl in high school. And I was like, yo, I told her straight to her face, like, I don't want you to need me. I don't even want to be your everything. I need you to have your friends. I need you to go outside and have your fun. I just want you to want me. Because when you need somebody, I feel like you change the scope on how you treat that person.
Very
versus
true.
when you want somebody, if I want you, I can appreciate you. If I need you, I'm desperate for you.
Yeah.
And
Or
desperation.
there's an alternative motive. Why do you need me?
Yeah. And I feel like people, when we're in that question, in that regards, when you're talking about a woman and a man who has somebody, a man has a woman who is, you know, financially able and proven to be there, right? For herself, and is capable to be there for the both of you, it actually cuts a man's stress and pressures down tremendously. And now we could really possibly do things, build things. I feel like teamwork really comes when you both can actually contribute, versus then when I feel like I got to take on all the burdens.
All the weight.
Yeah, because, you know, you're my girl, and I don't want to see you struggle, so I'm gonna go kill myself and break my back.
Because society makes you think that men have to do this because we're living. It's so interesting to me how society will depict that, but then they also depict that women should stay at home.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, well, the woman that's staying at home doing the thing so the man could go to work is also being underpaid by the man that's going to work, who's resenting her for not contributing.
Yeah.
This is why I know that if someone in essence isn't happy with where they are in their space, no dollar amount can make, whether they're bringing bread to the table or someone else's, if you're not feeling like an equal, then there's a lot of subtractions going on.
And I don't even think it's about being equal, because there are relationships where they're not equal and they understand it and they work perfectly fine. I think it's about communication. I think about knowing what you're getting into, you know, accepting it for what it is. And, you know, it may be an 80-20 situation.
Nah, I think that all situations are kind of more so balanced to 60-40. Listen, I have somebody that, I don't want to say somebody because it sounds bad. But I have, like, there's a woman in my house as we speak, right, who takes care of my daughter and also takes care of the home. And I understand that that is a job as well. And I understand that there's no dollar amount that I technically could put on raising the child and being there, even though technically you can if I say, I want to get a babysitter, right? But what I'm saying is there's always some type of way you need to contribute.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't got kids with each other and you're just sitting at home, there's like, you got to get out of my house.
That's a problem. You shouldn't be in that relationship at that point. But it is very true what you were saying before. When there's money issues within the relationship, there's issues, period. So love, as much as you love that person,
you want to make it work.
it is not going to work because financial burden on somebody brings issues.
I'm sorry. Listen.
No.
Nation, no. But we're not. Go ahead.
I have a question for you guys. Which relationships go further? Relationships that are based on money or love when it comes to generational wealth? If people are together for love or people who marry together for money, which one creates more generational wealth?
I believe the old school kind of love, because I look at my parents. My mother came from wealth. My dad didn't. She left everything to follow and pursue his dreams in this country that's supposed to be the land of opportunity. It's kind of difficult when you don't speak the language and you don't have a support core here, but she followed him and she would follow him to the end of whatever. Leaving my brothers behind and then having me and then bringing them over, I could see, we grew up to the struggle. We saw what was going on, but we understood that there was a purpose and that love was, we're putting it into our children so that they can have a better life.
Yeah.
And without that sacrifice, the generation that exists in me and my brothers and now my niece and nephews wouldn't be where we're at. I think we're living in a time where people just give up so quick.
Yeah.
because of the lack of love.
Very
but I
true.
also feel like there's a lack of
Or
empathy.
money.
Lack of empathy. You know, because you could have money. Look at the biggest celebrities that are depressed and kill themselves. They
Yeah.
have all the money in the world. I don't believe money buys happiness. It temporarily relieves stress. I think
For the moment.
Yeah, for the moment.
For the moment, literally, because you have the money to do anything and go anywhere and spend it on literally anything, clothes, traveling, food, like live the best life. But in the end of the day, if you really don't have a connection, a soul connection with somebody, have a family to go home to, feel genuine love, you are not going to be happy.
Yeah, you're not
Listen,
gonna be
you feel genuine love in Colombia, but
Oh,
what I will
That's not
say,
genuine
yes,
love,
it is.
Rico. Yes,
Listen,
guys, we work
bro,
hard to
if you really want to go to Colombia, it's not that bad. I will give you all the details. You know what I'm saying? And I know you can afford it.
What we're
But-
saying is that not everybody has the ability to make money doing what they love.
Yes, exactly.
Some people go to work and make good money doing things that they hate.
But what I really
So
want to
you
touch
sit
on,
up here as a
but that's
man,
not-
all
that's not
cocky
about-
and
I'm not talking
confident,
about that.
like, yeah, da 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 da, but what
does.
about, give advice to the other guys at home watching?
How about this?
Plant the
I'm gonna say what I
Plant
was
the
gonna
seeds and
say.
drop
What
the
I'm gonna
gems.
say, right? What I'm gonna say is, you also mentioned that there's people who have everything, in terms of monetary value, and they still kill themselves,
They still
or they're still miserable, right? And they don't stick it out, right? So we have 3 different phases. But there's also people who don't have nothing, and they're tired of struggling. And at some point in time, they're going to draw the line, and everybody's line is different, and boundaries and thresholds are different.
Yes.
Where they're gonna say, I don't care. I would rather take less from here, but be well off. I would rather risk my not having love, but I know I'd never have to struggle again for the money. So there is a flip.
There are people
I'm
like that, of course.
And I feel like that's more now than ever. Nobody cares about love.
But honestly,
let's
to
be
me,
realistic.
that's a sad ass life.
All right,
It's
but let's
sad because I'm 37.
Right?
And I
That's
feel like
sad.
that boat just sailed. So it's
It's
kind of
gone.
like
Sad.
I'm like, oh my God, I get the new wave about being independent and I don't need nobody because I got myself. But I'm
But,
also
yeah.
old school, and I see my relationship goes, as much as I love the Queen Bee Beyonce. It's not Jay-Z and Beyonce. It's abuelita y abuelito. It's
Yeah.
my mom and my dad. That's my relationship goals, And I don't see that more and more because people are now on their phones and they are easily connected to someone in a different state, a different country, and developing these emotional connections and cheating on their partners and cheating themselves on a generational wealth that they could be actually cultivating our future with better.
Yeah.
Why do you think this metaverse is happening? Because people are now not trying to connect. And it's so
I think it's
sad
just
to
that
think that we're never going, like these generations that are coming, this new wave,
No, it is the newer generation
are going to
thinking.
just be stuck in home with goggles on their face and not know what we know.
But
what
I
this is.
feel-
I feel you.
But you gotta realize too that okay, hold on. This is like a knot. I'm trying to untangle one by one. We gotta take into consideration the fact that what you even yourself, right? You just you told us before that prior you chose love over your career and it cost you opportunities.
It did.
And now, right, you learning from that, now you're putting your foot first with your career and choosing love
I've
second.
accomplished more in 2 years than I have in all
Yeah.
6.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say it like that, though,
wait, let me
Rico.
finish. No, not say it like that, Rico, because I didn't say it. So
What you said already.
But so what I'm trying to say is what happens is everybody gets tired of being heartbroken. And it's not just you.
true.
You know what I'm saying? And when they're heartbroken, everybody looks and be like, damn, if I never dated this person, if I never spent 8 years with that person, if I never did this with that person, I would be further along.
People have said that to me, and I'm like, no, because they developed me into who I am today.
Yeah, exactly.
I would never change anything. They came into my life and they taught me lessons.
But you did
each one.
change.
I did. I changed for the better.
But what I'm saying.
But I'm saying people have told me, aren't you mad that you wasted all this time? No. I'm not mad because what's for me is for me. What's meant for me is for me. My purpose, I know what it is. And if it takes me a little longer to get there, I'm going to get there. Whether it happened before my abuser deleted my accounts when I had millions or having to start over again 4 years later and in a harder time. Because clearly I'm here.
Yeah.
You know?
But what I'm saying
Yeah, and
is,
she's
what I'm
still
saying,
open to
but that's
love.
not what I'm
She's
saying.
still
Love.
open to love. She's just not chasing it. She's letting it
Yes.
come to her. And if it's right, it will fall into her career. That's how it works,
That's
Rico.
not how it works.
That is how it works.
Oh, wait.
Yo,
But that's the truth.
if you
That's why I said I'm a romantic at heart.
Me
But
too.
I'm telling you reality
but
at
I'm
heart.
also- but I'm also-
You can be romantic.
I'm
This is
hearing you,
reality.
and I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you, and it's like you two morphed into one person is me. My mind is telling me these things, and my heart is moving with that. And I, 𝗔𝗕𝗢𝗪, have to look at my experience and not want to repeat the same thing.
Or you have to look
I
at
paid my karmic debt already.
But
I'm
what I'm
ready
saying-
to benefit what I'm
But 𝗔𝗕𝗢𝗪,
sowing.
this is what I'm trying to say, right? At the end of the day, I believe that people should be who they are no matter their experiences. If you are a lover and you choose your love over your career, that's who you should be, because that's the only way you're gonna find what
I
you
am a
want to
lover
find.
because listen, I'm so quick to cut motherfuckers out, and there's this
That's that
Saying
Virgo
you can
energy.
have both.
You can't have both.
Bro, you can have both.
There's both that exist,
Yeah.
and finding the balance of who you are and being happy in your truth. And I'm happy that I didn't do what was easy, is cut somebody off and run away. I'm facing things and I'm going with it, and I believe what's meant will be, and I'm happy.
I believe
know?
that, but I also believe that what's meant can be missed as well. And it could be missed as soon as you start, not you.
Do you think that when you miss it, that it is it? You don't think there's other it's?
I think, no, there could be multiple its, but you could have got 7 its within
7 its?
within that
Damn.
one. No, I'm saying like within
The
that,
audience gets it.
within that one time frame. Like, see, if I'm stuck in my ways for 6 years, I could have had 20 opportunities, not just one, but I could have had 20 opportunities to get what I truly want in this world, in this life. But because I was stuck in my ways for that amount of time,
Missed opportunities and it.
and then might have to wait a longer period of time to find it. And what I'm saying is just stay true to you. And I think that, see, me, a lot of the things that I did and do to this day is dear true to who I am. You know, and every time I try to go and be like, yo, but Rico, this is the right way to be, that right way does not work for me.
Doesn't work for you.
So if you are, this is what I'm saying, if you are a lover and you put your heart, you wear your heart on your sleeve, and you know what, sometimes you really like X, Y, and Z, and you're like, yo, you know what, it's not making sense for me career-wise, still take the chance, because at the end of the day, your career and what you truly, truly, truly want is temporary versus what you really want.
So you're basically saying love over money.
If that's who you are.
That's what you just said.
Yeah, if that's who you are.
Let me find out Rico's a little soft.
I have
No,
a
I'm
question for
saying
you
you-
guys.
yeah,
I'm sorry,
go
I have a question for you guys. How about the person, no judgment, especially women who just have bad luck at love? It just keeps not working for them. Should they reconsider dating for money?
Well, okay, so
No.
that's a really good question.
That's how you buy love.
That's a really good question.
You buy love with fools.
I feel like just like a man that may not be happy with himself,
Yeah.
self-sabotages, women that don't love themselves will gravitate to things that they feel they're deserving less of. And I was one of those people. And that's why I stayed in those relationships that were not healthy and no good for me, because all I wanted to do was give. I didn't know how to receive. I attracted people that could take, and with that, took parts and pieces of me. So now, with my previous relationships, I'm left with pieces that now I gotta be born again, basically, and put these pieces of who I see myself as, and love it and nurture it and work through past traumas, because whoever comes next doesn't deserve that mess.
Yeah.
And they deserve a better version of me. And I feel like, and I know that even though I was a serial relationship, I mean, you're talking about 7 years, 1 year, 4 years, 3 years,
Always in a relationship.
back to back.
Yeah.
This is the longest that I've been single and
You
alone.
sound like me, girl, but I'm not single right now.
But that's that romantic side of y'all that y'all
Yes.
be
But
chasing.
that's why I said,
Yes.
to me, I don't care.
You know,
and I'm sure there's going to be some that agree with me right now. Let me
Damn, Nation.
stop Rico right now,
gonna
because
poke
he
you in the eye
always
with that
talking.
damn
Yeah,
nail.
you see these nails?
That's why she got them done. I see now.
The
I get it.
stilettos on.
I get it.
Catwoman, you see? Look, and I got my cat shirt on today. It says, you say cat lady like it's a bad thing, okay?
It is.
It is not. Anyways, like I was saying, you can have both. I know a lot of people are going to sit here and say no, but to me, you can, because if you love somebody, as long as the relationship is not
It's healthy.
Detrimental to you. It's healthy. You're not being abused physically or emotional or like words, anything like that. You know, the person has ambition like you have ambition. You guys both have a regular job. Even if it's a regular job, even if you guys are janitors, literally, or a garbage man, it's not even about the money. You know, if you have a genuine connection and you guys are good for each other and it's healthy, money can be made. Right there, y'all better be plotting together, trying to build a business, doing all you can.
Robotic, you guys are very mechanical and very logical.
Look at him, he's over here huffing and puffing. He's over here huffing and puffing because I'm talking.
I have a question for you. Calm your voice. Right, question for you. Romance. Actually, question for both of you, but Naysha, answer this if you don't mind first. Romance. What is romance? Give me 5 romantic acts. Give me 5 romantic acts.
Thank God she's going first because I'm trying to think.
I'm not going like that. I gotta say really think.
Give me 5 romantic acts.
I mean, obviously, like doing making something personal for the person. You know, like
making like a photo.
Anything, like actually putting thought and genuine like thought process into it. Even if it's like putting together an event, putting together a dinner, actually physically making me something like. Putting thought into something that I like and actually like making it happen. That's one. 2, like.
That was 5 in 1 right there.
That was all the same. See, here's the thing. That's all the same thing. Let's go. Come on. Give me 2.
Nah, you're putting me on the spot though.
Okay. So let me.
You want to help her out?
Massaging me, loving me,
kissing me. So this would be interesting. So there's 5 love languages.
Yes.
Let's kind of break them up, right? So quality time spent, like you just said something, planning a dinner or a park or a vacation or just an intimate time between each other,
find a park
right?
Romantic.
Why not?
I'm just asking.
Yeah, like a picnic. It can be very romantic.
The club romantic?
I don't find any of that romantic. Go ahead.
Touch, massage, pamper me. Maybe you're going acts of service. You're gonna cook for me. Words of affirmation.
Well,
you're gonna tell me something, baby. You look so beautiful to your eyes, or that's romantic. And then what's the other one? Gifts.
Jasenia, listen.
Do something romantic with the kids.
Jasenia,
I just gave you 5 examples of romance.
Can I tell you why I really admire what you did? But it doesn't work here.
Right? Use my mind?
No, you use your mind very well.
Listen, Mr. Analytical Thinker.
Look. Naysha's not
What's the point of this?
Naysha's not all 5 love languages.
No.
So my thing is, I want Naysha to give me 5 things of romance.
No, but my love language is physical touch. So
that's why she said massage, and I was like, girl, yes.
Okay, but look, you have 1. See, like, here's the thing. If I was a guy and I said, I want to know how to treat you, what you tell me you're romantic, I say, what's romantic, Naysha, so I can be romantic for you. What do you?
But I didn't say I was romantic.
She did not say that.
I never said that.
I said I'm a hopeless.
If anything, I'm actually not romantic. I like them to be romantic to me.
I said I'm a hopeless romantic.
You say you're a hopeless romantic.
I'm not romantic.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm a hopeless romantic.
Okay, so
I guess that's why I named all 5 because I show my love
in all 5 ways.
In all 5 languages. So.
Yeah.
I have a question for you,
wait,
right?
hey, before we do this, let me just finish this all
but
up.
I only accept love with quality time, acts of service, and touch. That's like I don't do well with words of affirmation because it's just words or words. Show me.
Yeah.
And I don't do well with gifts because it's like it's not my birthday.
But thank you. I'm glad you said that because Naysha does well with gifts. That's what I was trying to get at. So for somebody like Naysha,
but if that's her love language,
but it's not my love language.
One at a time.
It's not my love language.
So this is our first time in a long time with 3 people. So I know we're back.
It ain't bad.
And you guys know the audience is gonna go crazy from talking over each other.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is a lot of times, and I'm just being realistic. Not every woman. So discard yourself from this and discard yourself from this if you feel this way or opposite of this way. A lot of women actually don't realize that subconsciously romance costs money. And when you really think that romance costs money, it's hard for a man to be romantic with you and for you to choose love over money when all actuality, your idea of love costs money.
You know what? I've actually heard that from a guy before, honestly.
All right, wait.
He said to keep up with me, he always had to do something, and that, you know, like, that costs money.
I know. They should.
All right. Rico got that.
There's nothing wrong with you knowing your love language and being loved in your love language.
Yeah.
Imagine someone, and I dated a guy one time that for my birthday took out $1,000 cash, put it in an envelope, and gave it to me on my birthday. It was my first birthday together with him. I cried. And he thought I was happy. I was sad. I was like, no, I'd rather you print out a piece of something and write me something, and that is, you know, and I had to explain that money does not buy me happiness. And this is me at young. This is me 17 years old, and I had my heart broken on my birthday because I didn't expect, like, that's your quick fix. You didn't even get a birthday card.
Yeah.
So for someone else, a girl would be like, woohoo, I'm gonna go on a shopping spree, but that wasn't for me.
Yeah.
You know, and
was it the $1,000 or how he gave it to you?
How he gave it to
it was the money.
No, it was no. That's not the.
It was the perception of how he thought of her.
Was it the $1,000? Because if he had take the $1,000
perception.
and took $100 bills and made them into a bouquet and say happy birthday.
You didn't listen to me. My love language is not gifts.
Okay.
With the dollar. So that dollar, as that you know nothing about me, that you didn't go buy me. You could have bought me something with those $1,000 that could have touched me.
Okay, but can
Still
you
cost
answer
money.
something?
And honestly,
it costs money.
I didn't want the $1,000.
Ladies,
and honestly, to correct you,
you could have bought my nursing books, and that would have been happy.
gifts are not my love language.
Can you answer what Rico asked?
What was your question, Rico?
Rico said that all the romantic things you guys want cost money, right?
Wait.
So let's go to your 5 love languages. Well, let's do this real quick. You say your 5 love languages.
Well, there are 5 in the world.
Yeah.
Out of the 5,
No.
Three.
to love me is 3.
Okay, let's say your 3 love languages, and Rico, you should say how much each costs.
Okay. Okay. Knowing that money, dollar is not affected to me. Quality time. How do you think that would make me happy? Spending quality time.
You need an apartment.
Okay, so I'm about to say, like, at the end of the day, quality time equates to some type of money being spent. Because what is quality time? Maybe spending time with you physically, right? Where are we gonna spend time at?
Your place, my place.
I gotta have a place.
Yeah.
That's like $2,500 a month.
But that's not because of me.
No. It's not because of you. But the thing is, if I had a ran down place that was $1,200 a month, I don't know if you would find that the same quality time.
Oh no, I've gone to like a basement apartment.
You coming back to the projects?
I grew up in there.
Are you coming back?
keep it real, sis.
Are you
Keep
coming
it
back
real. Keep it real.
Now, no, you come to my fucking apartment, so you don't bitch and moan about paying your rent.
All right, okay.
Okay, so
Because you're not going to go back to the projects.
So quality time is now at your place.
Now at my place, spend that quality time with
So
me.
how long does your place last as quality time before you like, yo, we got to go do something?
However long, honestly, I could dedicate like a weekend. Come spend, whatever.
Okay, and
Acts of service.
Okay, you want to go to the next one?
Yeah.
You know what? You're smart. Go ahead. Acts of service.
Acts of service. Tell me how much that costs.
You tell me how much that
Now
costs.
you're in my apartment,
Yeah.
and maybe you can surprise me with washing the dishes, throwing out the trash, giving me that massage.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
If I wash the dishes every weekend for 10 years, is that still going to have the same effect as day one?
The same effect?
Because is
It
it?
won't have, by logic, no, but will it be endearment to me in my heart? Yes. Because it'll remind me of the first time you did it and how warm it made me feel.
I think that's cap. Because you know why?
That's my romantic self. I'm a hopeless romantic.
I get it, but what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the ideology, because even, I said this to my dog yesterday.
Your dog speaks to you?
But
He speaks to his dog.
He speaks to me in a spiritual way. And I said to him, you know what? I told him, I was petting him and he was so excited to see me. And I said, I'm sorry because I see you every day. I forgot how cool of a dog you really are. And that's all I'm saying is
That's a man thing, because I don't forget how amazing my man is.
Not amazing.
But men forget about their women, and that's why
that they do.
But that's different. But listen, what I'm trying to say is I'm tying the correlation between when something is being done so often, you tend to become
Not appreciate as much.
Exactly, and that's just that's
very
normal
true.
for people.
I think that's a human thing, honestly.
I guess, and it's funny because I tell people I sometimes don't feel human because some of these things that are so basic are sometimes overlooked.
Okay.
And I don't overlook these things. You know, because my dad still cleans the dishes for my mom after she cooks, and I see that, and it melts my heart.
Okay, so what's the next one?
So that's beautiful. Touch. How much is that gonna cost you?
Shit, however much these two add up to be is what it costs to touch you.
It ain't gonna... Yeah, you better do some of these two right.
Yeah.
Touch. Just hold my hand, hug me, kiss me, stroke my hair.
Affection.
Like
an affection. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
so all those are free.
No. Two cost money to get to the third.
Okay, sure. I mean, it's not in order. You could have love language. It's not about
I don't
step
think
one,
that.
step two,
I don't think you're gonna allow anybody just to touch you affectionately unless they fulfill the other two.
Without doing the other two.
Well, now here's something that I realized because I said, as per my experience, and I can't stop repeating this, is that if a guy's not happy with himself, then he's not gonna be happy with me. So of course I have to find a man that's got a steady career, has his own place, and feels adequate, because then he feels in a space that he can be a provider, because that's what society has made people think, right?
As a man, I'll tell you this. There's a lot. This is going a little bit on off that topic, but as a man, I would tell you there are a lot of men out of those three things, they feel adequate not having anything. And they will chase a woman, and they will allow that woman to believe they have everything because they truly don't care. The same way that other men and women will care. You know, this is the first time in my life I feel like I can provide for like a whole family, and even though it's stressful as fuck,
It is.
I actually
money,
feel
more
like
problems.
I'd be like, I'm that guy because I could do it. Like, and I got to be grateful of it.
Right.
But if you asked me 5 years ago, even if I was still in my mom's house, I'm like, so what? I'm still that guy in my mind, right? so
In his mind, ladies and gentlemen.
But that's you living in your truth and being honest. You wouldn't tell that to a woman 5 years ago. Hey,
yeah,
by the way,
would.
you would?
What? I'd
You'd
be
be like,
like,
hey,
yo.
I want to be everything you want me to be, but I'm really not that.
First of all, I don't want to be anything that she wants me to be. I want to be what I want to be.
Okay, so then what is it that you're saying in this time? I want to understand
I'm
the
saying that
5 year ago
a
version
man will
of you
feel
versus
adequate
now.
with less, and a man can still be confident with nothing.
Yeah, and a woman can love a man with nothing and less.
And I agree, but what I'm saying is a man can give that girl or that woman whatever. All right, so I feel like women buy into confidence, right, within a man. And sometimes they misconstrue confidence with ability. And a man could be very confident with having no abilities.
No abilities.
And you buy into his confidence thinking he has abilities. And now you're dating a facade of potentials.
Potentials.
Very true.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, he can love you properly by not feeling inadequate, not having resentment within himself, right?
That's key.
And because he's used to or doesn't care or value having less.
Yeah,
That's all I'm
and
saying.
I think of my father in that aspect, who couldn't offer my mom what she grew up with in wealth, but knew that he could love her
Yeah.
and love her still.
But that's what I'm saying. Love is still kind of strong. Like, it still overpowers money just a little bit.
I need love and
And
money.
to correct you, my love language has nothing to do with gifts. Honestly,
my bad.
I am
I was
the
joking.
worst. I'm the worst when it comes to gifts, honestly. I feel like that's a problem I have. And I literally talk to myself and be like, damn, I'm such a bitch. Because I feel like I'm so used to people buying me gifts or like my man spoiling me that I don't even appreciate it as much as I should.
But maybe that's not your love language, and you never appreciate it.
And I noticed that I literally hurt the men that I've been with. Like, I've literally hurt their feelings because they feel unappreciative. And I'm just like, bro, money ain't nothing. Like, bro, like, I could get this guy who don't even know me to do the same thing. So that's why it's bad.
But we learn from our mistakes, because
I'm working on it, I'm working on it.
Because I remember 2 relationships later, and I'm older now at this moment in my life. First birthday, this guy that I was dating, we at least were together for maybe like 8 months at that time, buys me red bottoms. I don't own red bottoms. I still don't own red bottoms. I think whoever owns it, great. I take care of my mom, my dad, and a couple of other people. So I don't have the luxury to just lavish, and I like to save, you know, and then give. I like to give.
That's
like my friend struggling with rent. Here, boom. You know, don't pay me back when you can, or don't stress it. And that's why my relationship with money also changed, because in the past it was like, I can't spend it. Now it's like, I have it, let me give it.
Yeah.
You know, if I could help somebody. So for me, I realized that like, I totally got totally off track.
You got red bottoms for.
I got red bottoms for my birthday. And he was so excited for me to open it, and and it triggered the money type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But at least I was like, he put thought, because I do like shoes. These are from Forever 21, y'all. they ain't paying me, but they're cute. They cute and they comfy. But I was like, he knew I loved shoes, and I have cute feet. So he was like, and they were beautiful. But I looked at them and I just was like, I can't. This is like 2 of your checks. You busted your ass for this. And I
2 checks?
He was younger than me. He was 16.
He was like, wait, hold on, 2 checks?
Yeah. Well,
He's like, it should have only been half a check, not even.
Because the red bottom is like
25% check?
1,000 to
Well,
1,500.
if you think about it,
Maybe 2.
You're paying your car note, your rent, your this and that, student loans. If you think about it, it's a lot for someone that's just got out of college.
Yeah, it is. No,
Wait, time out.
We gotta be realistic.
No. Slow.
Wait,
Slow.
let's not divert from the thing. I hurt him. The point is that I hurt him, and that was not my intention. And I had to learn after that relationship did fail, because they felt that they didn't. Well, why is she with me if she doesn't need me? And that's where I had to teach.
No, that's not really what it was.
What?
You know what it is?
What?
Think about it like this. Well, before, which one should I attack first? A or B? Just choose.
Stay in line. Stay in line.
We'll choose B. We'll choose B. See, sometimes we forget that money is not money. Mm-hmm. Money is time.
Money is not money.
No, money is time.
It's time. You busted your ass for this.
If it took me 2 checks, and if I get paid every 2 weeks, that means a whole month, 4 weeks. It took me 4 weeks, 40 hours a week. It took me 100.
Who knows it was 40 hours? He was part-time.
I'm just saying. Okay. All right. Whatever. It took me 100 hours of work to put this on your feet.
It didn't get the opportunity to get on my feet, because I made him take it back so it could go back into his bank account. And what I did instead was like, let's go get ice cream.
But I get that. But what I'm saying,
we need to dissect this, because if you're a real one, I want to know you're a real one, because you sound good.
I am.
If you're a real one, I need to.
I'm a real one. I've died too many times though, and now the phoenix rised, and I didn't get this for no reason.
I have a phoenix tattooed on my chest. Yeah, I didn't even know it was a phoenix. I thought it was a dove. But that's how I knew I was from the gut.
You're so funny.
Rising from the ashes.
I was rising from the ashes.
Rising from the ashes.
17
I have a phoenix right here on my side.
We all phoenixes. We on fire.
Yeah. All right, but now let's fire. But wait, because this is what I want to make sure that like people understand too. Like when a man buys a gift, see, it's different if I have it versus I don't.
Yeah.
You didn't have it like that.
And when I don't,
different. When you don't, that's real sacrifice.
When I don't have it, it should show you more dedication.
And
and
now
commitment.
I'm accepting, Rico. You'd be so proud of me, because when someone.
So I got red bonds for you right now. It's okay.
But we're not emotionally into. I would feel very awkward, and I would say no.
Thank you. I like that. You know, there's
like,
a lot
Rico,
of women that would say yes.
Give me my red bottoms, Rico. Size 35. Size 35 European.
I don't. Oh wow. I'm a size 5. I don't know.
Size 5 is size 35 European, baby. We got the same size.
Yeah, I can share shoes.
Don't get me no red bottoms.
But let's not leave this, because I be picking up on things. I realize I'm a real parent. Right? And I be hearing shit like, how the fuck does this happen?
So because you don't want your daughter to be that way?
Nah, like, yo, it was a whole difference. I'm not even gonna get that. But he had just got out of college.
I would say 2 years, still student loans. Yeah. He was younger than me, 4 or 5 years younger than me.
Wait, so this is 2 relationships ago?
Yeah.
Like,
not the last one, but the last one was 11 years younger than me. I'm officially a cougar.
Thank you. This is where I was going.
Okay.
I was trying to figure that out. Okay.
Well, here's the thing. I'm 37. A lot of people don't believe that.
I don't.
And so sadly, a lot of 37-plus-year-old men are now married, or have too many kids, or have baby mama drama, or.
What's too many?
Well,
I got one.
If they're stressed out, one could be too many for one person that might be stressed
I see
out.
where you're going.
And so like, it's so crazy. So I tried to give this. And you know how loyal I was to my last relationship.
I do.
And
Yes, I do.
circumstantially,
I attest.
and it wasn't your
I watched
traditional
it.
relationship.
Nope, it wasn't. I attest.
But I honored that relationship with respect and love, and we had a good run. And I then, 2020 happened, and it put me to work. I dove into myself, and I said, what about this am I afraid of? Or what about this don't I think I deserve? Or why is it that I only give and I don't receive? So since then and now, I've put a lot of work. So yes,
Can you tell us about that work that you put and how you learned to receive? For the people who are givers and don't know how to receive, what steps did you take to learn how to receive love and gifts?
I literally...
Can you actually repeat that for the people that are givers?
Right.
That'd be dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the people that are givers and don't know how to receive or accept, whether it's a gift or whether it's some act of kindness or even words of affirmation, for me, I started getting real therapy. In 2020, I decided if I'm going to really love myself, the greatest act of self-love that I've ever got to practice was picking up the phone, calling my insurance. I know not everyone does have insurance, but there's apps now, there's resources. You just really have to do the work for you. And you do the work for everybody else, right? They have a problem, you find a solution. Do that for yourself. And for me, it was therapy. And it was working with a therapist. It was working with the love recovery coach. It was doing the work.
Wow, love recovery
and
coach?
I that's how badly I wanted. Side note, I used to be a really big girl. And I didn't get small just because.
Wait, really?
I was determined to be healthy and be happy and love myself in that aspect. But even though on the outside I looked like I was happy, inside I was still that fat girl that was like lost, confused, and didn't understand. It makes sense, right?
Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense.
I never knew this.
She's
a real one. She's a real one.
I was never the cool girl. I had glasses, braces. I was fat. I got picked on. I read comic books. I was one of the boys. I had so many guy friends because I was cool.
Damn.
But the girls didn't relate with me, and I didn't either. I had breast deformity. I just got my last surgery 2 weeks ago. It took 5 surgeries to finally fix this genetic anomaly. It's called tuberous breast. I've helped a lot of women.
Wait, what's tuberous breast?
It's a genetic anomaly. It's a deformity. So I've dealt with a lot of things, and I've been able to help people though with my as my vessel with my story. There was this young lady in the UK, gorgeous lifestyle fashion blogger. She reached out to me because she came across my YouTube video about my tuberous journey, and she's like,
we'll link that in the bio.
And she was like, I can't believe there's someone else out there that does what you're doing, like at the level that you're at. I've been on the cover of magazines with no boob in the process of getting reconstruction.
Wow.
I've been in music videos with cutlets because I was in the process of healing. But everybody, I put this smile, and nobody knew how much I was suffering inside. So I had made a decision I didn't want to suffer anymore. And I really wanted to. Oh, this is where I'm getting emotional.
Okay.
And this is where I really wanted, I'm 37, I might not be married, I might not have kids. And who knows what the future might be like for me, but I'm done trying to live for society and what people think happiness means.
Yeah.
Because how much longer am I going to be on this earth? Who knows? And if I can help people, that's love for me.
Yeah.
And if I can help me, that's love for me. And I didn't expect to cry, damn it.
It's all right.
Being vulnerable,
I'm over here like...
But being vulnerable is also part of my healing because I've always covered and masked because I never wanted to burden anybody. I never wanted to stress anybody. I never wanted to be anything that anyone needed to take care of because I could do it myself. And now I'm being vulnerable and I'm taking risks and I'm opening up and I'm practicing what I've learned because it's so easy to read in a book and it's so easy to tell somebody, but it does take work. And so I'm here and your girl is still doing work, and life is not linear. It's been full of ups and downs for me, and I'm in the process of looking for my future within myself, and if what's for me, I strongly believe what's mine is mine.
Yes.
It could be very much the person that's in my life now, but I'm not pressuring it because what's for me, it's me. My peace matters more now. Real joy, real happiness, real self-love.
Real joy.
I'm so full of love within myself now that I don't need somebody to validate me, and I don't need someone in my life. I want to have that life partner, absolutely. So.
Well, I definitely commend you. Hold on.
Yes.
Yo, and not.
Thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah, that was.
Yes.
It's so crazy. I've known 𝗔𝗕𝗢𝗧 for at least like 7 years, like 2017.
Wow.
5 years. I don't even.
That's a long time. I'm bad at math too.
Yeah.
How'd you guys meet?
Skits.
Yeah, we were doing skits back. We had a mutual friend that was doing skits, and I never knew this because when I saw her like this. I was like,
With longer hair.
I was like, damn, she looks good. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I never knew this story, and it's even like shocking to me. That's all. But yeah, I'm proud of you.
People go through stuff, and no one knows that they're going through this thing. Why is that? Like, why not just be like, yo, I'm going through shit. I guess nobody want to hear that.
Nobody wants
People
to
don't
talk
wanna
about
hear about it.
And they don't want to talk about it. When you're going through it at the moment, it's something you're going through. So not until you're strong enough to actually open up.
Yeah,
you know?
there's more strength in being vulnerable, and in my mind, I thought that was being weak.
And a lot of people confuse that. A lot of people think like that in the moment, especially when they're going through something detrimental, you know, like they feel very vulnerable and they don't want to speak to anybody.
And it's difficult because Rico, in 2017 is kind of like around the same time that I had just gotten back after like my abusive relationship that happened in 2013, rebuilding. So doing these skits and these collabs were cool, but they felt purposeless.
Yeah.
And so you saw how I stopped doing them, right? I stopped being the eye candy because I felt like, okay, there's more to me. I have a voice. I have a thought. Like I work at the hospital as an LPN nurse. Like, and then the Cardi B thing happened where people started trolling on me for no reason. But, you know, that really messed up my mental health at the time, and it strained my relationship too. And it didn't help that my partner was transgender. So it was like I'm dealing with Cardi B trolls, Nicki Minaj trolls, just because I'm supporting Cardi too much. But then it's funneling into me because I'm human, and now it's affecting my relationship. But I'm also getting attacked by the LGBT community because you must be a lesbian then if you're with a transgender person. And it's like, no, don't tell me who I am. I'm not. I've never been with a woman, and I'm not with a woman. And then you have people that are not in the community that are like, oh, wow, she must be bi. And it's just like, it was super attack. And I was just putting up this like, I'm strong and nothing is penetrating me, but I was just tying inside. So that when that relationship did end in 2020 and the world was upside down, I was just like, let me not do what I did when I was a kid and younger. And I'm really big about mental health, not just surviving bullying and abuse, but surviving myself, because I've tried to take my life a few times. And so knowing that I was going to be by myself, I said, you know what, Mom, have somebody pick up all these things because I'm putting them away. I'm not suicidal now, but I don't know what I'm going to be like in the next 3 days. I'm isolated. We're in lockdown. No one's seeing anybody. People are dying.
Yeah.
So I decided to like, all right, 𝗔𝗕𝗢𝗧, now's the time to really do something for yourself. Like, you got to love yourself. It's you and the pup. I have a dog. I lost him. And that's when I went to therapy, and I got this tattoo because like it's a constant reminder of the semicolon that it's okay. That sentence doesn't need to like, life, it continues. Life goes on. And so
I remember
be kind to people because you don't know what they're going through.
You don't know what they're going through, 1,000%.
And I love women because I went to an all-girls school, and I love that sisterhood and that bond. And sometimes women get confused. They see she's pretty, so she must be a bitch, or she's too. And it's like I'm just empowering people. I don't know how hate came through empowering a woman, you know.
Yeah.
But I feel like
we don't know the story.
So long story short, because it's a long story, Cardi B follows me, and I follow her. And the algorithm on Instagram, if verified pages, the comment will. Most engagement will pop on top. And I'm always like, oh, that's a beautiful dress. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. Nothing but good stuff. And Nicki Minaj fans didn't like that because, of course, they were,
when they were
beefing. So, oh, who's this girl? And created blogs like, I hate 𝗔𝗕𝗢𝗧 type of thing. And then all of a sudden, the Cardi B fans were getting tired of seeing the Nicki Minaj trolls trolling me, that they were like, well, can she just die? Mind you, they have no idea about this. Why don't you go kill yourself? Tell me where you live. I'll do it. I'll end her. And it was like a lot of stuff. And it's crazy though, because that was 2017, 18. And then like 2017, 18, 19. But then when 2020 happened, everybody was not thinking about 𝗔𝗕𝗢 and hating 𝗔𝗕𝗢. They were thinking about life and real stuff. And I got to think about my life and my perspective. And ever since then, a lot of people have come to my page and have left me beautiful comments like, I'm so sorry. I don't even know. Like, I actually got to see what it is you're about. Before I just judged you off of just seeing all these things, and I didn't even know why I hated you, but I actually hated you, and now I look up to you. And I feel like the reason why people could see me now in my truth is because I'm just being raw. Like, some days are good and some days are bad.
Yeah.
You know, some
You're
days
human.
Some days are struggle and some days it's not.
You're human.
Yeah. And I think we need to, this is why, like, it's scary to be in a time where you think about the future because people are becoming more desensitized.
Yeah.
And you have to be a pioneer of reminding people that there is kindness in the world and there should be a balance. I feel like a lot of the times social media allows people to just fall into a very dark place and be something they're not truly, but because they see that it's popular and a trend, they jump on it and they don't even know who they are. And so this is why I stand up. And I remember going to church one day and it just so happened to be one of the days that I was dealing with some crazy. He was like, even Jesus had haters and he died and they crucified him.
And that's crazy. People don't even realize they're dealing with real people, like with real feelings.
That's the power of being a celebrity, or power of being of having a voice.
A voice.
You know,
It's a pro and a con.
Yeah,
It's a blessing and a curse, literally.
Like
legit.
And I can align. I'm pretty sure a lot of us can align. Even being here at 8 at the table.
Yes, 1,000%.
We see comments talking crazy.
They go in on us.
all the time.
They go in on us.
Especially like when it gets reposted on other people's platforms that are completely opposite of being transparent.
Because the people that watch us, they're more respectful.
Yeah.
But when it goes on the blogs,
It's a whole different thing. Yeah. Like,
And this is a no judgment zone.
Yeah, like,
this
you
is
know.
why we
I
have
saw
this
that
sign
and I was like,
here.
yay.
Because everybody has their own issues. Everybody has their own traumas. Everybody has their own mindset.
Right.
Everybody has been hurt in their own ways. We
so
all
much
come with different things.
pain in the world already, and why add more?
Yeah.
You know?
my thing is, I always try to say, like, yo, it's okay to be you unapologetically. And that's how I was raised. And that's why I'm so much of an advocate for it. Like, you know, I don't want to shout nobody out or talk bad on anything, but Channel E News had the nerve to call me F-Boy of the Year.
What?
Right? But it's cool because at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? I'm going to be myself.
We don't judge a book by its cover over
Stop,
here.
Nisha, I don't need you to touch me right now.
We don't judge a book
don't
by
need you
its
to touch
cover
me right
over
now.
here, okay?
But what I'm saying is, just like you, just like Nisha, just like me, I think that is a beautiful thing when you live in your truth. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people who will judge you by your truth.
Yeah.
And they don't know nothing about you. You know, and a lot of times, and I hope that they are not, but a lot of times I believe that they're not living in their truth.
They're not happy.
Yeah, and they're fearing it because they see you doing your thing.
Right.
So I could definitely understand that.
Yeah. We're all human. You know.
I'm
people
not,
watching.
though. I'm very robotic,
You're
according to
yeah.
@𝗔𝗕𝗢𝗧.
No, that's not that.
I'm messing around.
You're an Aquarius.
Damn, @𝗔𝗕𝗢𝗧 got a bicep.
like
Oh, go
Aquarius.
ahead, go ahead. Damn. I'm about to hit
Feel
the
it again.
gym.
Feel it again.
She like I'm a flex.
Okay, we want to talk about...
See, when I say I worked hard to be where I'm at, I worked hard to be not just
Yeah.
physically, but mentally and emotionally and spiritually.
And let's put that out there because people think that everything, you know... Oh, my God. Like, I hate this comment. You have good genetics. I really do. Like, that is my pet peeve comment because nobody...
I have no
No,
Yeah, but like realistically...
Rico, no, but realistically, that's true. Some people do have good genes. I feel like I have good genes.
You got... No. You have good genes.
No, good genetics.
genes.
Like all my
but-
family we look younger than our age. Look, she's 37 and she don't look 37. She got good genes. All right, then we got that Latin genes.
Nah, because here's the thing.
But it is work too.
It's more work than his genes because as like you take care of yourself and you take care of yourself. I take care of myself, but there's been times when I didn't take care of myself.
So you look like shit.
And I look like shit, right?
But compared to some other people, you probably still look good. So that's why people still
I
say
said
it's
when
in
I
the
didn't
gene.
take care of myself in totality. mortality. Like, so like there's a lot of people who don't take care of themselves and they think that it's genetics, and it's not.
And it
It's
catches
work.
up on them, yeah.
It is work, and what you do now
And
is your result
maintenance.
later. Yeah.
Should maintain
it's the
your
foundation
face.
of what happens, right?
Clean yourself. Wash your face every day, guys. Wash your mouth.
Brush your teeth. Everyone always asks me, how are your teeth so white? I'm like, I brush my teeth. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea what.
I brush my teeth for 10 minutes.
You know, it's so crazy to me, and this is a no judgment zone. I'm just hoping that I can say this. You know what bothers me though? When people are like a fake cleanliness. Like when there's dudes that get manicures and they have glossy nails, but then they have dirt underneath their fingernails. It like doesn't make sense to me.
No, that don't make sense.
It's like counterproductive.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
They're just trying to throw the image off. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm clean, but
But let me see underneath your nails.
yeah, like. It doesn't
I want to say
doesn't make
something.
sense.
It's really hard to find clean men. I think women,
What?
I honestly feel like a lot of men are
Wait.
dirty.
they're not because they have
You know how
like,
They're
dirty
just like
women are?
messy.
they're
Time out.
messy.
Messy.
I'm thinking of
Like,
messy.
get
Okay.
home, clothes,
All
throw it
right.
on the floor
Yes,
type of
yes.
thing.
Like,
I feel like
men-
all men
men
are
are
like
just
that.
like that.
All men are like that. Rico, you're not going to tell me you don't do
the men
that.
in my house, because my mother is a 𝗓 Pisces Aquarius, but my mother was raised.
She's serious.
And she like, you better clean. It's Saturday. We gonna dance and clean, and we gonna keep this.
I'm a
clean.
Pisces.
And I love.
that's
I mean,
the
I'm a
Aquarius
Pisces
side.
rising.
That's the Aquarius side of her mom, not a Pisces.
Yeah.
My rising is Scorpio.
Oh, nice. Rising Pisces, Sun
Wait, you're
Virgo, and
Rising
Moon in
Scorpio.
Capricorn.
My rising is a Virgo,
And my moon is a Libra.
and my moon is a Libra too.
Ooh.
We were just talking about this on 8 at the Table too. If you guys want to go back and look, we were just talking zodiac signs. I know some of y'all were a little rough with the comments. You see,
Can I
nice.
make a real quick question, a comment about astrology? Some people are like, "Oh, that's dumb. That ain't
A
real."
lot of people were
So can I
saying
just
that.
say- So millionaires think that astrology ain't real, but billionaires do.
Ooh,
Billionaires believe in astrology. Let that sink in.
And I'm trying to be a billionaire.
Billy.
We're watching the next couple of billionaires.
Exactly. And you're watching them at 8 at the Table. Jasenia, it was great having you. We'll see y'all again next time.
Thank you.
Bye.